Mastering Arabic letters visually will change the way you recite Quran. Specifically, if you're someone who looks into the Quran when you recite. This video is not for you if you're someone who relies on their memory to recite a surah from Quran. Or if you're looking for a teacher so you depend on them for the rest of your life. I'm Ustad Hamza. I've been teaching and coaching for the last 14 years. You see, at the beginning of my career, when I became a teacher at the age of 17 in Medina and I started teaching Arabic letters, I thought it's the simplest and the most fun thing to do. You memorize a song, and then slowly I discovered this is not how Arabic letters should be taught. Now, what I'm about to share with you is coming directly from my coaching program. This is something I developed after coaching one student after another because I was looking for the most reliable thing I can coach my students with so they can become fluent Quran reciters so they can feel connected to the Quran. This is not just book knowledge, this is coming from an actual experience. Now, you see, if you learn your Arabic letters by memorizing a song, now don't get me wrong, I love the song. The only problem is if someone shows you an Arabic letter right at the middle of these letters and asks you to identify this letter, you're going to have to sing a song all the way from the beginning until you get to that letter, and then you'll be able to say the name of that letter. To tackle this problem, what I realize some people do is that they will add a cheat code underneath each letter. So underneath Ayn, they will put A-Y-N and they will say, next time if someone asks me, I'll be able to identify the letter because I wrote the name of this letter underneath it. But they create another problem for themselves. They start pronouncing names of these Arabic letters in English. Oof, God. Then they look for a tajweed course or a teacher who speaks Arabic and they say, can you fix my pronunciation? Are you realizing how doing one thing wrong leads to another wrong, another wrong, another wrong, and now you are reciting Quran and you know Arabic letters and you probably know how to spell these and read these words, but your recitation is full of mistakes. Let me share with you how I help my students transform their Quran recitation by mastering these 3 things when they're learning Arabic letters. And remember, this is the most fundamental and the basic thing that you need to get right. Because if you're unable to say names of Arabic letters properly, and you don't know all the shapes of these Arabic letters, and if you are unable to identify the difference between these letters that sound very similar sometimes, then everything that you do afterward, it's going to be wrong. Now, number 1, knowing names of these Arabic letters is only going to help you recite 0.001% of the words in the Quran accurately. We call these huruf al-mutaqatta'at. So instead of saying صاد, you might say sad. Or instead of saying كاف ها يا عين صاد, you might end up saying ain or sad. You see why it's so important that you know the name of each and every Arabic letter. I know this sounds very basic, but you have to master name of each and every Arabic letter before you do anything else. The question is, how are you supposed to remember these Arabic letters? You see, instead of trying to remember these 30 letters all together in one go, I categorize these Arabic letters into 3: lonely letters, twin letters, and triplets. I'm sure you're smart enough to guess why I call them twins and triplets. And yes, I don't start teaching letters from alif to ya. Order of these letters does not matter as long as you can identify them. And so I start off by teaching lonely letters, then twins, and then triplets. When you get to a point where you're able to identify Arabic letters and you're able to remember them, you must know the difference between letters that sound similar but they are actually different. And remember, it's not the book, it's not which course you do, it's who is teaching you or coaching you matters. Once you master your Arabic letters, you then go on to learn how to spell them and read them, and only then you become that independent reciter who can recite Quran without mistakes. I personally don't know anyone who learned Arabic letters wrong and later their recitation was awesome. You must do your basics right. See you guys in the next video. Remember I said once you know your Arabic letters, you then go on to learn how to spell words in the Quran. These are 7 rules. If you master, you'll be able to spell any word in the Quran. Check it out.